Hey everyone, welcome back to Shade Review. In today's video, we are reviewing the Randolph and Brooklyn Circus collaboration, the P-51. And this is Randolph's first acetate frame to be released in about a decade. Really cool that they are starting to do some more acetate frames, and I really hope they do some more here. And these frames were based off of Randolph's archive frames, the Randolph Invader, that were released again over 10 years ago. And that was actually a collaboration between Randolph and Michael Baston. And honestly, these frames are definitely a lot more high-end and high quality than that original collaboration that released again about a decade ago. Now, I do want to thank Randolph for sending me out this pair to take a look at. Now, they aren't paying me to make a video, and they didn't send me out this pair specifically to make a video, but I do want to mention that in full transparency. That way you know if there's any hidden bias, which I always try to keep my videos as unbiased as possibly can, but I do definitely want to disclose that in full transparency before I start the video. All right, so first off, let's go ahead and talk about the sizing of these frames. These have 50mm lenses and a 23mm bridge, and this is the standard and only size of the sunglasses that Randolph produces these in, but it's going to be a good standard size that's going to fit most people's faces really good. And these are an acetate frame with a metal core here, so they can definitely be heated up and adjusted to fit people's faces much smaller than mine and much larger than mine as well. Now, these frames come in a couple of different colorways. The exact colorway that I'm wearing in today's video have Randolph's translucent smoke acetate frames, which are really beautiful. I do love this material. And then the lenses here are Randolph's Skyforce nylon gradient polarized evergreen lens, and they look really, really good as well, especially when wearing these outdoors. They have a very nice anti-reflective material here on the backside of the lens, which is really great. And they also do have very premium and nice 5-barrel all-metal hinges, which just feel really, really good when opening the frames up and when closing them. Very premium and substantial here. Now, this Randolph P-51 is named after the U.S. Army Corps plane that the Haitian Tuskegee Airmen piloted, and incorporates design elements that honor their service. These frames are handmade in USA, and they also feature a custom hand-drawn sky cloud motif that's etched into the wire core, which looks absolutely beautiful. So here we can see it just looks super, super nice and has kind of these clouds and a little Randolph logo as well. Really, really classy and nice. I really, really do like that. That is a very, very nice touch. Another styling element that I really like on these frames is this kind of fin here that definitely looks kind of aerodynamic and very kind of airplane-esque. It looks really cool here and definitely adds a lot of character to the temples of the frames. Now, if we take a look at the front of the frames, we can see there aren't any gaudy logos or anything like that whatsoever on the front, and we can just see some metal accents here, which are not just there for show, it's actually what connect the all-metal hinge to the metal stem that runs through the acetate frame. So it's there for rigidity purposes and durability purposes as well. Now, something that I do find interesting with this pair of frames is there is not a Randolph logo on the lens, and there's also not a P logo on the lens either, like you'd find on a traditional polarized Randolph lens. The lenses are completely clean and don't have any logoing on them at all, which I actually kind of really do like. I do like a clean pair of frames that don't have a lot of advertisements on it, but Randolph has been doing a really good job of etching Randolph on the lens and making it very subtle, which I definitely do not mind. Before that, they actually made it white, which is a little bit more loud. Now it's kind of etched on there, but these don't have any etching whatsoever, which again add to a really clean style on these frames. Now, when you buy a pair of these sunglasses, it comes in a really cool co-branded packaging. So here we can see the Randolph logo, and then we can also see the Brooklyn Circus logo there as well with the elephants, and it looks really cool in this bright red color, which again has to do with the color that was on the airplanes, I believe, that the Tuskegee Airmen piloted. And now if we take a look here, we can see the case that comes with this pair of sunglasses, and this is a really, really nice and beautiful case. Again, co-branded with the Randolph and Brooklyn Circus logo. It says Randolph P-51 acetate frame impact resistant lenses, but they are not safety glass lenses, and then a 100-year plan. It also has this little loop here for the dog tags that have some really nice etching here with Brooklyn Circus and Randolph Engineering's logo. And they also come with a very nice, again, co-branded cleaning cloth, which looks really cool as well. And this cleaning cloth also does a really good job of cleaning your sunglasses and kind of repelling dust and dirt right off the lenses, and of course sweat as well, and just kind of soaking it up. I really do like Randolph's cleaning cloths. Makes a really big difference when cleaning your frames. And of course, I really like the little logo on there as well. So the outside of these frames are completely clean clean and clear of any logos. Now, if we take a look here on the inside, here's where we have all the really cool text. There's a 100-year plan with the little elephant logo, and then Randolph for BKC, which of course is Brooklyn Circus. And then here in the inner left temple, we can see, of course, the exact model number and color code information there. It says Randolph, made in USA. Now, as far as weight goes, these frames come in at 44 grams, so they're definitely on the heavier side, but that of course is to be expected with a pair of acetate frames that is very big and bulky. They're of course going to be relatively heavy. 44 grams, I believe, is the exact same weight as the original Ray-Ban Wayfarers, maybe just a little bit less, and these do have those nylon lenses, which are gonna make the weight a little bit better and not quite as heavy there on the nose, which is really nice. Now, as far as coverage from the sun goes, these frames are not going to offer the best coverage from sun, just kind of due to the nature of these squared off lenses. So here up top, we can see there is a pretty big gap to let sunlight in unprotected. And here on the sides, again, there is a really big gap that does let sunlight in unprotected, but they do have this very nice interflecting material, which is very important to have on a pair of sunglasses that don't offer the best coverage. But again, with a style like this, you're just not gonna have good coverage in general. Now, as far as the build quality goes, these are built really good. The polishing here is really, really nice. The 5-barrel all metal hinges feel silky, silky smooth. Probably the only complaint that I have here is if you take a look here at the stem here, we can see kind of just like a little manufacturing imperfection where there's just like a little bit of a chip. And because of that, it makes the very front just a little bit more cloudy than it probably should. And also the cutout here on the other temple where the hinge was embedded isn't perfectly polished. There's definitely a little bit of jagged acetate. So the person who made these probably should have took a little bit more time to carefully kind of polish that around that to make it perfectly smooth. But it's definitely not extremely noticeable. And when you have the frames on the face, you really can't tell that. Now, every one of these pairs is going to be handmade in USA. So because of that, there is definitely going to be some inconsistency depending on, you know, each pair of frames for several different reasons. So some pairs might be perfectly flawless, and some might have just a little bit of imperfections there. Again, nothing too crazy, but definitely something I did want to mention nonetheless. These frames definitely aren't cheap, coming in at $350. And if you are interested in picking a pair of these frames for yourself, I'm going to leave a link in the description down below directly to Randolph's website where you can pick up this pair of frames. They also do sell these frames as an optical pair of frames. You can put your own prescription, and they also do sell a really, really nice looking sunglass clip as well, which also adds a really cool look to the frames and definitely enhances the style. And I think this frame would actually make a really good prescription RX frame, and then having the clip available too makes it that much better. Overall, I think it's a really cool collaboration between Randolph and the Brooklyn Circus. I like the history behind these frames as well, and the styling is really, really good. It's a very good looking pair of frames, definitely very interesting and eye-catching as well. And again, the acetate quality is really, really beautiful when looking through them, and then the lenses are super clear and crisp as well, and they do have those polarized lenses which are going to block 99.9% of glare and also block 100% of UVA and UVB rays. So again, if you are interested in picking a pair of these frames, I'll make sure to leave a link down below directly to their website. But let me know what you think about this pair of sunglasses in the comment section down below. Do you love them? Do you hate them? Do you want to see Randolph making more acetate frames? I know I certainly do. I think they really nailed it with this frame as far as the styling goes, and I really hope they make more in the future. I don't know if they will, because this definitely is a kind of limited edition collaboration, but I would definitely really like to see them make more acetate frames. Well, that's all I got for this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to give me a big thumbs up below, and of course, make sure to hit that subscribe button, and then you'll be notified every single time I upload a brand new video just like this one to our YouTube channel. Again, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one.